Hey there guys, and welcome back to another reaction video. Mainly because, yeah, with a certain issue going on right now in the world, I'm kind of at the end of my nerves. Or at least at the low end of my nerves. So, yeah. Yeah, worrying several days, like several weeks in a row. Or in this case now nearly what? More than 2 months? Really gets to you at some point. Anyway, today we'll be reacting to SCP-645 Mouth of Truth. Mainly because, I just searched up SCP and this was an interesting one that came up from the thumbnail, from the look of the thumbnail anyway. Anyway, let's press play and see what's gonna happen, shall we?
Item number SCP-645. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures.
A box.
SCP-645 is to be kept in a padded crate.
Let's see if you guys can guess this reference. The box. You opened it, and I came. Yeah, for some reason I'm reminded of that one part of the of that one animation of Luminius that I reacted to like a while back. That was just funny.
2 meters by 2 meters by 1 meter. Personnel within a 10-meter radius of SCP-645 are to refrain from all statements which may be considered untruthful or deceitful. SCP-645 is to be cleaned after each activation.
Wonder why? Oh.
SCP-645 is a large disk of Pavana Zeto marble with a humanoid face carved into it, similar to the famous Bocca della Verita carving in the Church of Santa Maria in Cosmedin in Rome, Italy.
Isn't that part of a fountain?
Carving, the mouth and eyes are empty holes. Unlike with the Bocca carving, however, subjects who place their hands inside SCP-645's mouth describe it as warm and moist.
Oh dear.
Embodies and has been hypothesized by Foundation folklorists to be the origin of the lie detection properties attributed to the Bocca carving since medieval times. Any subject who tells a lie, see Incident Report 645-N41, while the hand is within the carving's mouth, will activate the carving, which will then bite off the subject's hand at the wrist and swallow it. High-speed cameras have revealed that this process, which lasts less than 0.3 seconds, involves the manifestation of lips, gingiva, and disproportionately large incisor teeth. The lips cauterize the injury via an unknown mechanism, after which the lips, gingiva, and teeth demanifest. The force exercised by the teeth has not been accurately measured, but is sufficient to sever a steel rod held in the hand being bitten off. Probes of SCP-645's mouth in its inert state have revealed no esophagus. As such, the ultimate fate of the severed hands is unknown. RFID tags implanted in the hand.
Before we actually continue, the fates of the severed hands is unknown. I'm just spitballing here, but have you seen those hand spiders in Elden Ring? Just saying, those hands have to come from somewhere.
Hands of D-Class personnel have been unlocatable, and sonograms of SCP-645 indicate that it is solid Pavana Zeto marble with no inclusions. Recovery. SCP-645 was discovered during routine archaeological excavations in Italy.
Again.
In 19...
Maybe they're the hand spiders from Elden Ring.
To any building.
You never know.
Had been bricked over. Archaeologists expressed the opinion that it seemed to have been deliberately buried. 48
no
hours
kidding.
After being discovered,
I mean,
SCP-645 mutilated.
I mean, I wouldn't want to have a stone artwork that bites people's hands off if they lie while their hand is in there. So, Yeah, no kidding. I would want to bury that as well. Preferably under a large pile of shit, which is underneath a mountain, for some reason. Now that I think about it. Anyway.
Mutilated a graduate student who had been participating in the excavation. Foundation agents in the Italian Ministry of Cultural Heritage and Activities intercepted the injury reports and retrieved the object.
No kidding.
Incident report 645 N41. On D-4595-1 was enlisted for experiments to study both the criteria by which SCP-645 assesses statements as lies and the mechanism by which it severs hands.
Oh my!
D-4595-1 was able to deduce SCP-645's anomalous properties prior to testing, due to cultural knowledge of the properties folklorically attributed to the Boca carving. Consequently, D-4595-1 disobeyed instructions as to how he should interact with SCP-645, which ultimately revealed further anomalous properties. Transcript of audio log. Dr. Rensburg.
Nice.
Insert your left hand into the carving's mouth. Good. Now, say the phrase, "The sky is bright green." D-4595-1. Silence. Dr. Rensburg. D-45951. D-45951. The sky is green is what these guys told me to say. Dr. Long. What was that? Dr. Rensburg. Why didn't it activate? Dr. Long. Let's try another one. D-45951. Say this. I have 6 fingers. D-4595-1. These guys want me to say I have 6 fingers, but really I don't. Dr. Rensburg.
Smart D class.
What do you think you're doing? Dr. Long. You're interfering with the experiment. D-4595-1. There was a movie. Dr. Rensburg. What? D-4595-1. In the movie, there was a statue thing that looked like this one, and they said if you put your hand in and lie, it bites your hand off. Note. Said movie subsequently identified as Roman Holiday, 1953, Paramount Pictures, starring Audrey Hepburn and Gregory Peck. Dr. Rensburg. That's ridiculous. Are you going to comply with instructions, or do we have to get the guard involved? Dr. Long. No, wait. Let's hear him out. Surely intent matters. Guard. Do you want me to? Dr. Rensburg. You know, that's actually a very good... At this point, D-4595-1 removes his hand from SCP-645's mouth. Dr. Long. Hey, keep your hand in. Dr. Rensburg. Guard, hold his arm. Keep his hand in its mouth. D-4595-1's hand is forcibly reinserted into SCP-645's mouth. Dr. Long. Let's see, where were we? Oh, yes. What was this movie about? D-4595-1. Plot synopsis omitted. Dr. Long. Well, we'll have someone look that up. Thank you for the information. But honestly, you know the difference between movies and real life, don't you? Do you really think the carving will bite your hand off just because some guy in a movie told a story about it? You even said that the guy in the movie was lying.
To be fair, he's probably seen some shit since he's a D class, you know? He thinks, yeah, with the shit you guys put me through on a regular basis, I'm not risking it. You know?
Lying about it, right? D-4595-1. I don't know. Look, I wouldn't have believed... I mean, I don't think I would have believed it before I came here and saw the weird shit you guys have got here, all the monsters and shit.
I told it.
It made me think maybe it... I mean, that's how I'm explaining it right now. It didn't all go through my head word for word right then, but, you know, people... I mean, a lot of people, maybe not everybody in the world, I don't know. A lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
What's the question? I kinda lost track. Only kinda. I mean, we're still talking about the statue, right? Dr. Rensburg. Yes. Do you think, just because of the movie...
They're trying to get him to lie. Those assholes.
D-4595-1. Oh, right, yeah, well, I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking that maybe it will because of, well, because of a bunch of stuff. Like, part of it is that movie that I saw part of on TV one time, at least one time, and I thought it was just a load of crap. I mean, looking back at what I was thinking back then, I guess I didn't really believe it because it was just something in a. I thought it was just something in a movie, and stuff in movies isn't I mean, a lot of stuff in movies isn't really real, not like real life is, or at least that's not what I always thought, except not always, like all the time. Oh God, please don't bite my hand off. Dr. Long. Interesting. Let's see what we had on the list. Ah, yes. D45951. What's your name? D45951. That's kinda complicated. I mean, the question isn't. I guess the answer isn't complicated, but the answer is.
Those researchers are assholes.
Everybody called me. Well, not everybody, like not everybody in the world, but you know, people in my life? A lot of the people in my life. They called me, but when I was born, my name was, I mean, like, a little while after I was born, my parents said my name was, so that could be my name too, sort of, and, you guys call me D45951, or that's what you've been calling me. Maybe you'll change your minds later, I don't know, it's up to you, I guess. Dr. Rensburg.
Yeah, they're not changing their minds. They're a bunch of assholes.
How about D45951? Say 2809 is a prime number. D45951. Are you fucking serious? Dr. Rensburg. Guard? D45951. No, look, I don't know what that means. I mean, I know those words by themselves, but the whole thing doesn't, I mean, obviously it's some sort of, well, obvious maybe isn't the right word, but I guess it's some kind of math thing? Like, I remember hearing about prime numbers on the, I kinda remember hearing about them, and I kinda think it was on the news, but I'm not like 100% sure. Oh, geez.
Those researchers are assholes.
When I was in school, I didn't do that good in math when I was in school. A lot of the time. Except when I
Most of the time.
Except maybe that's not the same as me doing good in math, and I guess I did okay back when I was real little and it was super simple. Dr. Long. Impressive. How about Dr. Rensburg? Yes, that's a good one. D45951. Do you ever lie? D45951. I mean, everybody, I told...
At that point, I would have said motherfucker.
I said stuff that maybe wasn't...
I would have said motherfucker at that point.
Stuff that wasn't true. But I'm not gonna... I mean, I don't think I'm gonna... I mean...
Even though I would probably get a bullet.
With my hand stuck in this thing's mouth, I'm trying real hard to not say anything that's not super absolute true. Dr. Long. Wow. You're really scared, aren't you? D45951.
No shit.
Oh, fuck yes. Dr. Rensburg. Just because of the movie?
Oh, fuck yes.
D45951. Look, we went... I mean, I went over that already. It's because of the movie that I know, that I think I know what it is. And seeing all the seeing the monsters you got here, I don't know if I saw all of them. Seeing the monsters is what tells me that it's for... that maybe it's for real.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, why would you be doing this stuff with me sticking my hand in here and then you telling me to say shit if you weren't expecting it to bite my hand off? Right?
True.
Why else would you have this this guy holding my arm so I probably can't pull my hand out? Dr. Long. He has a point. Dr. Rensburg.
No shit.
Oh, don't go feeling sorry for him. D45951. Do you deserve this? D45951.
Depends. What did he do?
Dr. Rensburg. This. The way we're treating you, being D-class personnel, do you deserve it?
By the way, to my knowledge, D-class personnel are like, you know, the kinds of people who get life in prison. You know?
D45951. You don't have to yell at me. Dr. Rensburg. Did you commit the crimes you were convicted of committing?
Probably.
Yes or no? D45951. Look, the f***ing cop was self-defense, okay? Her me, right? Dr. Rensburg. And the others? Were they all self-defense too?
No.
Guard. Sir? D-4595-1. Well, I mean, look, they were witnesses, and, I mean, they could've, I thought they could've, look, it was, I mean, no. You know what? No, they f***ing weren't self-defense. I didn't think I had to kill him. I didn't think I had no f***ing choice. I killed him because I wanted to, because I wanted them to be dead, because I like killing, because I like the way it makes me feel, because it means I have power.
Still, the researchers are assholes, though.
At this point, SCP-645 forcibly ejected D-4595-1's hand from its mouth. High-speed cameras show that its lips manifested and then contorted, apparently spitting the hand out. The lips had completely demanifested within 0.2 seconds. D-4595-1. What the f***? Dr. Long, did you take your hand out? Put your hand back in. Guard, put his hand back in. D-4595-1. No, Guard, I can't. It won't go in. It's not accepting his hand, sir. It's blocking him. Dr. Rensburg. What? Subsequent examination revealed that, although Dr. Rensburg, Dr. Long, and Guard Dickinson were each able to insert a hand into SCP-645's mouth, D-4595-1 was not. Experiment was aborted.
Haha!
Dr. Rensburg.
Now another...
Out of here. We'll have to requisition...
Now another D-class can get his hand bitten off. Yay.
Another D-class. Dr. Long. Preferably one who doesn't watch romantic comedies. D-4595-1 is escorted out of the testing chamber. Dr. Rensburg. Well, at least we got some results. I wonder what specifically triggered it to reject his hand. Dr. Long.
The sheer amount of murder.
Maybe he really was honest enough for it. Creepy little f***er. Hey, that reminds me. How did you know the details about what he did? Dr. Rensburg. Seriously, man? I was bluffing. At this point, SCP-645 opened its mouth to a width of approximately 70 centimeters and propulsed an elongated frog-like tongue 4 meters across the room at Drs. Rensburg and Long.
Ha ha!
Around Dr. Rensburg's right wrist and severed his hand, then retracted, colliding with Dr. Long and breaking his left shoulder in the process. The tongue had fully returned to the mouth, and the mouth had returned to its normal size within 0.7 seconds. Both doctors survived as a result of prompt medical attention. However, Dr. Rensburg's hand was too badly damaged to be reattached.
Ha ha!
After a thorough review of not only Incident 645-N41, but of all footage of personnel in proximity to SCP-645, I have come to the conclusion that SCP-645 is most likely sapient. This was not the first time that personnel in proximity to SCP-645 have lied, or otherwise been less than honest. However, in light of D-45951's admittedly impressive performance in avoiding any untruths, and of 645's unprecedented rejection of his hand, I feel that 645's attack on Dr. Rensburg, immediately after he admitted to having deceived D-45951, was a conscious act, motivated by resentment and antipathy. Incident 645-N41 also revealed that the scope of 645's anomalous properties is far greater than we had suspected. In particular, it can no longer be considered to pass the locked box test. I therefore request that its object class be upgraded to Euclid. Site Director R. Kocharian. Approved. 054. Lesson complete.
So if you're an SCP in the SCP Foundation, all you need to do is apparently eat a researcher's hand and you get Euclid. Good to know. Just magically stick out your tongue, sever their hand, and eat the hand, or at least destroy it to the point where it's no longer being able to be reattached. Good to know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video of whatever I'll be making. So yeah, bye.